Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine and this is It's Just Christine. For today's video, I'm going to be planning for the week of March 24th to the 30th, and I'm using this kit from Sadie Stickers called Blooming Season. This is in her gold foil, and then on the quote box it says, "Sunny with a chance of flowers." So here are the full boxes, and then we have the functional boxes, the layering pieces with some decos on the top, and then we have the bottom washi date covers, and then we have some headers at the side, and then we have this beautiful gorgeous deco with that beautiful lantern, and then we have the journaling page, and then we also have the florals with the washi trims on the side. And then finally we have the alcohol ink swatches. I really love this colorway. So if you guys are interested in this, please stay tuned. Okay, so let's try this again. This is possibly like the fourth time I'm redoing this voiceover. The first two times was such a bomb that I did not even finish it. And then the last one, I realized that there's part of my video that's actually not in the video. So I had to kind of redo it. Anyways, I am finally able to do this talk through, and yeah, okay, let's start off with, this is a kit that was part of Sadie's advent calendar from last year, and I'm so glad that I decided to use this for the month of March, because I've had some misgivings about using some of Sadie's stickers kits lately, and I think this kit kind of renewed my love for Alicia's things again. When you guys see the kind of like the final piece of like the whole entire layout, you kind of would understand what I mean about my renewed love for Sadie stickers. As a whole, I really love how this turned out, and yeah, it made me happy to kind of do this spread, because I really had a fun time using it. I really love the colorway that she used, the purples, the orange, the greens, the pinks. It's definitely one of those colors that's like, the colorway itself is definitely one of those that's my favorite. I kind of went a little bit simple with the date cover, and to be honest, even until now, as I look at the final product, I'm still a little bit hesitant to keep it the way it is because it's so bare. I just left the day covers, sorry, the day area as is, and I only technically added the date scripts, and that was basically it. So a couple of spreads ago, I was playing around with these frames, but I put it on the top part of this page, like the top part of the page where you have the date covers. And to be honest, I've been really wanting to use these frames again, but I wanted to play with it on the sidebar, which is what I'm doing right now. And I really like how this turned out. I know I've been kind of like doing similar things here on the sidebar. First with the teacups and the Serenity spread, and then now here with the frames, but I think it turned out so gorgeous. And I'm so happy that I got to use the frames, because I've been having such a hard time using these frames. But I think they're so gorgeous whenever other planners use them. Like Jess from Lustrous Plants, whenever she puts them on her spreads, it always looks so beautiful. And I could never do it the way she does it. So what I had to really do was find a way for it to work for me. And I think this is how it would work for me as a kind of like as a backdrop deco rather than the focal center of it. And then I guess as I learn how to kind of finagle around it, then I'll probably be able to use it within the actual plan with me, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really, really like how this turned out. And I also really love how it just went so well with the deco. I'm glad that I had the deco sheet because I really don't think that this would have worked with the full boxes. So yeah, here I also use a lot of Danny's freebie from Dash of Sun because I think those little petals and the gigantic kind of like florals would work really, really well with this. I don't know, it's kind of like a peach themed kit, but not really, because it had more of like the florals rather than the actual like peach. But yeah, it was I thought that the freebie from Danny from Dash of Sun worked really well, and I was really glad that I was able to use it because I really, really love that frame that she did in her freebie. But I did not, for the life of me, like, can picture where I can put it because I'm a very much of a minimal decorator, if you could say that. So the fact that it's so gigantic, like the florals in the freebie, I really didn't know how to use it. But then when I finally laid everything down, I was really pleasantly surprised that I really love how everything looked. I did go very simple with the middle panel, which is where I put the majority of the decorations, just so that it doesn't overpower everything. Because I really want kind of like the florals to also stand out, and then at the same time still make it look good. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just really want everything to look very cohesive. And so for me to not be overwhelmed with all the florals, I just decided to stick it in the outer edges so that it looks like two frames with two different full boxes, if you guys kind of get what I mean. I don't really do like the whole full box type of liners anyways. I usually tend to do it this way, which for me it makes sense in my mind. It was so funny because this is actually the clip that I forgot to put in on my first few tries. And then on the third try, I was like, why is my base layout so short? It was literally like a 5-minute base layout. And then I realized that this clip was not part of the editing process, and it really shocked me that I would forget this one because it is literally 16 minutes, and I should have noticed it as I was downloading the videos. So here on the second half of the page, I actually tried to kind of mimic the first half of the page where there's some deco and also there's full boxes, but as you guys will see, I actually kept this clip in because I wanted you guys to see where I came from and where I ended up. I just thought that this was a little bit way too busy. I did not like the fact that I had that gigantic floral, and then my frames, like these floral frames, was gigantic as well. And then I ended up also adding in this huge deco. Yeah, it was just way too overwhelming for me, and I did not like it. Here it was fine, but there was that weird kind of imbalance with that white space. So then I was like, okay, maybe I can just put a deco and we'll call it a day. I even cut it up, but it just did not work for me. So I took it all out and I just decided to put in another full box. And I don't know, I feel like I was able to let the full boxes breathe. And then at the same time, I still had those really pretty, gorgeous frames, like the foiled frames. I'm calling it frames, but I'm pretty sure that is not what it's called. But yeah, I just kept it as is, even though it's not as cohesive with the other page as I wanted it to be. I think that I just could not do that to the right side of the page. So I just left it as is, and then I was totally fine with it. And then here I was just putting in the decos as well. Okay, so for the day by day, on Monday, I did wake up a little bit late. Mondays is usually my late shift, so I start at 11:30 in the morning, and then I work until 9 o'clock at night. My shift is actually changing for the month of July and then moving forward because one of my coworkers is on mat leave, so therefore I am taking part of her shift, but that's besides the point. That's when I do my July plan with me. In the morning, I usually go get myself breakfast, Tim Hortons with tea and a bagel. It is definitely my go-to, and I don't really I don't really steer away from what works. So always in the morning, I always grab those breakfasts. And Monday, as always, is always a busy day. Um, if if Monday is not a busy day, then therefore it's not a Monday, and it is for me. And then on that day, I also posted my haul on YouTube. Most likely it went up at 9 in the morning, but I put it at the end of the day as indicating that I posted or uploaded my haul. On Tuesday was another breakfast first, and after that it was a pretty slow day. So even though I ended a little bit late-ish, which is like around 6 o'clock, I did get to leave a little bit early because it was a slow day. And then after that, at home, my husband and I finally filed our income tax. Income tax here in Toronto, I don't know if it is for the same for Canada, but it's usually due by April 31st, and we were actually we usually do it like around that time, but I hate doing our taxes. I'm so glad that it's usually my husband who deals with it. I just give him all the papers, and he deals with everything else. As we were doing that, I was also watching Next in Fashion on Netflix. If you guys haven't watched it yet, definitely take a look at it. It's a fun show to watch. It's with 10 friends, and I really, really like 10 friends. Um, but yeah, I really do like any kind of fashion or anything that has to do with like fashion, makeup, and other things like that like those kinds of shows. I really like watching those. I don't know. It's fun to watch. I really love like the artistry that goes into it. So right now, currently, actually, I'm watching Project Runway. It's on YouTube, and they have like all 20 seasons. So I've been kind of just like watching it here and there, and it's really fun to watch. I used to watch it when I was younger, and it's nice to look at or watch it now that I'm an adult as well. So on Wednesday was a late shift for me. It's the same thing as Monday, where I start at 11:30, but this time I end at 8 o'clock, and it was a quiet-ish day. It's a long day, but it wasn't as busy as it was on Monday. And then at night, my husband and I had to kind of like take out our garbage, because garbage day is usually Thursdays in the morning. Before 6 o'clock, you have to make sure all your garbage is out. And there's no way that I was going to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to make sure the garbage is out. So we usually take it out at nighttime. My day by day is actually quite long. It's almost as long as my base layout, only because I really had fun doing all the layerings in this plan with me. I really love that Sadie Stickers has all these layer elements, and then she also has all those full box. And the fact that I got this in the advent calendar means that I got like the huge bundle that usually comes with the advent calendars. So I'm really glad that I had that. And like I said, I really had fun working with this kit. On Thursday I was up really early, and I have a feeling this whole entire week was just a really slow day, because I had again on Thursday that it was a slow day. So I was done quite early, and then I went and picked up my husband at the train station. I don't really know why I started working on the first half of Friday before I even finished the lower half of Thursday. But I'm just gonna keep on going, and I'm gonna start talking about my Friday as I work on my Thursday evening. So on Friday was our not morning, oh my god, our monthly meeting, and we have it almost every month. The only reason why I would ever cancel a monthly meeting is if we're doing other things besides an actual meeting. But the fun thing is, or the good thing is, we were kind of done earlier than usual. Usually our meeting is like from 10 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. But I think we ended a little bit earlier than 3 o'clock. So it was really fun for us to be done early. And then on that night, this was, I believe, when the last few episodes of When Life Gives You Tangerines came out. So you guys know I binge watched that because I really wanted to see what happened. And I was a mess. I was a crying mess. Like, I did not cry as much as I cried on that final few episodes. I did sleep quite late on this day. I think I slept at 4 o'clock in the morning because I just finished the whole entire episode, and that was it. I was done. I'm not gonna watch any other K-drama because they're so sad, and I just could not for the life of me. Like, I cannot put myself through that emotional mess again. But it was so good. If you guys ever got a chance to watch When Life Gives You Tangerines, it's such a beautiful story about a family. And that's it. Like, love and family, that is the whole entire show. And the fact that they were able to kind of do that in a couple episodes and then still be able to kind of like captivate your heart, it just totally amazes me, because it was such a good show. Mind you, I cry on like the smallest details. Like I would cry with commercials, so take that with a grain of salt. On Saturday, I woke up really tired, really sleepy, and my face was all puffy because of all the crying that I did. But that's okay because it was a very quiet Saturday. My husband and I just did grocery. And then in the evening, my family came to visit. I was able to see my little tiny niece. And yeah, it was a pretty good Saturday. That was basically it. On Sunday was a pretty lazy morning. In order for me to forget the when life gives you tangerines, I have to watch something that would be just as good but of a totally different genre. So what I did was I watched an anime, and this one was a really good anime as well. It's also on Netflix. It's called Sakamoto Days. So if you guys are into anime, if you guys have never watched it, definitely take a look at it because it was a really, really good anime. It's only the first season, but I really, really enjoyed the first season. I watched the first episode in Japan when, because like my cousins had Netflix as well, but they have more animes in Japan. And they also had the Sakamoto Days, and we watched the first episodes. Mind you, it was in Japanese, and I had no clue what was going on. But the fact that it drew me in, and I remembered it, I was like, okay, this is the one that I want to watch because it looked really cool when I first watched it in Japan. So I was like, and it was really good. So as I was watching Sakamoto Days, I was also editing a lot of the videos that I did film that week. And while I was doing that, at the same time, I was also doing the laundry and folding the laundry. I guess that's a good thing about having things that you can carry on to watch with. Like I was hauling around my laptop, my iPad, my phone around with me wherever I was, so that I was able to do all of these things together or like the same time or like simultaneously. Yeah, so that is everything that I did for the whole entire week of March 24th to the 30th. Here, I just kind of went around and put in some of the alcohol ink swatches because I forgot to put it on the other half of my my page. And it just looked really weird that I had it on like the first 2-3 days of the left side and then not have it on the other side. So then, yeah, I just decided to kind of add in a few of the alcohol ink swatches here and there. And yeah, so that was basically it. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you so much. Bye!